once you
Yep.
start identifying, once you sit down and kind of jot down your life story for yourself, make a list of what is it that you want to do and where you are. Because again, when we say what is it that you want to do, as I just said, we all have different responsibilities because of the different phases and the different roles that we are playing in our lives. So keep the aspect of relevance in mind and then start jotting them down. Once you have all of this, to get the entire aspect aligned, first of all, examine and acknowledge. Observe what is going on, observe what you have been doing, or the awareness of what you can be doing. All of this, when it comes down to that point, what you've written, and acknowledge it, accept it. It's okay where we are today. It's okay if it is 10 miles, it's like, so much of distance to cover to get to a point where you want to be. That's fine, whatever the distance is, whatever time it might take. But what matters is the step that you're taking now. So when you put it down, when you acknowledge, when you accept it, I think it gets a little easier to see it from that perspective that, yes, I've come into a aspect of possibility. So once you examine and you acknowledge, I wouldn't say like kind of work it as a goal or something, but then set it up for yourself and chunk it down. For example, even if you have to work around a relationship, if you have to maybe work around your health, you cannot do what you want to do. You cannot get what you want in that particular moment or on that particular day. There is a time, there is an effort and everything which goes into it. So even when you take up an aspect in your life where you feel that there is no balance, getting aware that yes, there is no balance, accepting it will not solve it. There has to be an effort which gets into that. And for that, there is a time frame. There is work that you need to do from your end. And if you take it as a whole, it will become as difficult and as scary as possible. So chunk it down into different aspects of it and see how best you can start with the smallest bit. Because every time, because we all love achieving, right? We all love that sense of accomplishment. When you know that you've taken something and you've done it, it gives you a sense of pride. It gives you a sense of satisfaction, which will which will make you want to do more. And for you to keep that thing alive, it's better you kind of chunk it down and prioritize them to actually start doing them from the smallest bit which is required. When I say relationships, it could be starting from just saying a sorry to somebody. Fine, do that. Whatever it is. Even if it means that, putting the junk away and eating healthy food. Because healthy bodies and have a good health doesn't come in a moment. It starts from the smallest bit. And again, all the other points to be put in the other aspects to be put in this, not just for today. Eating healthy every day. So being consistent in it, all of it matters. So once you examine and once you kind of acknowledge and accept and you chunk it down and plan, reflect on them. See if it is working or not. If it is not working, maybe there is something that you need to tweak in it. As you reflect, prepare what best can be a solution other than whatever you've taken in the first step. Because we are all learning life on a trial and error basis. Whatever anybody tells us, we love going and doing our bit in anything. We go, we test, we try, we might succeed, we fail, we learn, we come back and we do it again. So as you reflect, start preparing what are the other options, how else can you do? Start getting solution centric. Sitting down there with that piece of chunk that you need to do, thinking how to do and will I be able to do it or not? you will be sitting there only. Take a step, fail, it's okay, so that you will know that this will not work. So what's the next step? And once you do it, that is when you will start feeling empowered. That is when you will start knowing that, yes, I'm able to do this. Oh, I'm able to kind of stay away from junk for a week. I think I can do this. Oh, I'm able to connect to a person that I'm not able to talk for so long. Maybe it's not that bad. That is when you will start having the feeling of accomplishment. You will start internalizing it, and then start connecting it to every bit that you're doing. I think that's the way forward if we have to get closer to understand how to balance things.